Vikings fans, buckle up because this week just got a little tougher in Minnesota. After back-to-back losses and a defense that's been battling inconsistency, the NFL just dropped some extra salt on the wound. It's not a suspension, but it's the kind of headline no team wants when things are already spiraling. A fine, a warning, and a clear message from the league office that discipline matters even in the middle of chaos. The timing couldn't be worse, but maybe, just maybe, this becomes the spark that brings some fire back to this locker room. Make sure to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. The player at the center of it all, Ivan Pace Jr. The young linebacker who's been one of the emotional engines of this Minnesota defense was fined by the NFL for unnecessary roughness in the fourth quarter of last week's loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. The hit, helmet-first contact with under 2 minutes left, cost him $5,759, but the impact goes beyond the paycheck. And here's where everything changes. It's another example of how frustration and fatigue are starting to show in a team that's been grinding to stay above water. For Pace, it's a learning moment. For the Vikings, it's another reality check. The league's Game Day Accountability Report came down on October 25, listing all Week 7 infractions. These fines aren't random, they're part of the official system agreed upon between the NFL and NFLPA. Players can appeal, of course, but the message is the same every week: play fast, play physical, but play clean. For Minnesota, that line got crossed at a moment when emotions were running high and patience was running thin. Inside the Vikings building, it's been a rough few days. After the Eagles' loss came another setback, a Week 8 defeat to the Chargers that dropped the team to 3-4. The defense, once considered the team's backbone, has struggled to find rhythm. Injuries haven't helped, but head coach Kevin O'Connell made it clear after the game there are no excuses. His words hit hard: "We got outplayed, we got outcoached, that's not our standard." That kind of honesty cuts through, especially for a young defense trying to find its identity. And yet, despite the fines, the losses, and the frustration, there's still a spark. Quarterback Carson Wentz, still new to the team but already finding his voice, stood tall after the game. His message wasn't doom or doubt, it was belief. He talked about the locker room's character, about trust in O'Connell, about resilience. You could feel it, the kind of quiet conviction that says, we're not done yet. What comes next for Minnesota could define its season. The fine on Ivan Pace Jr. might seem small on paper, but in a locker room full of pride, it's symbolic. It's about accountability, the exact thing O'Connell has been preaching since he arrived. Every mistake, every penalty, every mental lapse matters. The Vikings aren't losing because of effort, they're losing because of precision. And this fine, it's a reminder that even a split-second lapse can cost you not just in dollars but in momentum. Pace, to his credit, has owned it. He's built his reputation on heart and hustle, an undrafted player who turned himself into one of Minnesota's most dynamic defenders. He's fiery, emotional, and always around the football. That edge is what makes him great, but it's also what the coaching staff will help him refine. O'Connell knows it. Defensive coordinator Brian Flores knows it. They don't want him to change who he is, just to channel it. The bigger picture, though, is about response. Every team hits turbulence, but it's how they rebound that defines them. Wentz, in particular, sounded like a leader who's been through storms before. "I just know the guys in that locker room," he said after the Chargers' loss. "I know the resolve, the resiliency, and the character of the guys in there." That kind of faith can't be faked. And if you watch the Vikings sideline late in that game, you could see the frustration, but also the determination. This team isn't quitting. Still, the road ahead doesn't get easier. The next matchup is a divisional showdown with the Detroit Lions, one that could swing the NFC North standings in a big way. The Lions are hot, physical, and confident. The Vikings, they're searching for answers, but also for that moment to turn everything around. It might come from a defensive stand. It might come from a player like Pace setting the tone early, clean hits, big stops, and leadership through action. And that's the thing about football, it only takes one game to flip the story, one win to reset the tone. The fine is a bump in the road, not a breaking point. The Vikings have enough talent, enough heart, and enough leadership to fight back. O'Connell's message this week was simple: watch it, own it, fix it. No excuses, no shortcuts, just work. So what do you think, Vikings fans? Was the fine on Ivan Pace fair, or just another example of the NFL cracking down too hard? Can this team turn the corner before it's too late? Drop your thoughts below and join the conversation. Don't forget to subscribe for daily Vikings updates and all your NFL news. Skol Vikings!